A few hours ago, the Ukrainian General Staff and the Ukrainian Media proudly announced that Kiev had received another batch of American F-16 fighter jets. At the same time, Ukrainian officials declined to specify which country provided these fighter jets to the Ukrainian Air Force. Furthermore, Kiev even refused to announce the number of these combat planes, referring to military secrecy. It is noteworthy that Kiev began to spread information about the arrival of a new batch of F-16 fighters in Ukraine, after the Ukrainian Air Force lost another Fighting Falcon in the skies over the Sumy region. Even the Ukrainian Telegram channels admitted that the Kiev authorities had started spreading information about the new fighter jets they had received, for a reason. According to them, this is done to eliminate the skepticism of Ukrainians toward Western combat aircraft. The fact is that Ukrainians no longer believe that Western fighter jets will be able to affect the course of the war. They no longer believe that the F-16 is a game-changer weapon. As of March 23, it is reliably known that Denmark, which will probably lose control over Greenland soon, has transferred 12 of the 19 promised F-16 fighters to Ukraine. This was stated by the Danish authorities, who apparently are not going to defend the integrity of their country in confrontation with Washington. Moreover, according to Ukrainian Telegram channels and numerous news agencies, Kiev also received F-16 fighter jets from the Netherlands, in February of this year. Let me remind you that the Dutch authorities have promised the Kiev regime 24 units of F-16 fighter jets. The transfer of these fighters to Ukraine should take place in 3 stages, the first of which took place in October 2024. By the way, the F-16 fighters transferred to Ukraine from Denmark and the Netherlands are considered the most advanced compared to combat planes received by Kiev regime from other Western countries. For instance, all these fighter jets were upgraded to MLU standard. However, the fighting in Ukraine has shown that even such modernized Western fighter jets are significantly inferior to Russian combat planes on the battlefield. As it turned out, radars such as the APG-66V2, installed on F-16 fighters, proved ineffective against Russian combat planes at both long and short ranges. In general, the discontent of the Ukrainian Telegram channels and military experts can be understood. The fact is that the American F-16 fighters, which are part of the Ukrainian Air Force, still cannot boast anything outstanding or memorable. As you may remember, in August 2024, during an attempt to repel a massive Russian missile attack on the territory of Ukraine, Kiev lost its first F-16 fighter jet. The circumstances of the destruction of this fighter jet are still classified not only by the Ukrainian General Staff, but also by the Pentagon. And the voiced version that the American Patriot air defense system shot down this F-16 does not stand up to scrutiny. Representatives of the Turkish expert community also added fuel to the fire. In particular, Turkish experts explicitly stated that in August 2024, an American F-16 was shot down by a Russian fifth-generation fighter jet, Su-34. Moreover, numerous Russian Telegram channels also confirmed this information. Later in December 2024, representatives of the Ukrainian Air Force declared that an F-16 fighter jet allegedly shot down 6 Russian cruise missiles simultaneously. However, this statement was also questioned, as the presented footage looked more like a video game. The same video game that was used during the creation of the fake story about the ghost of Kiev, in February 2022. In February 2025, the Ukrainian Air Force began distributing images of an F-16 fighter, equipped with GBU-39B SDB guided aerial bombs. The Western and Ukrainian media were delighted with these images. Starting in February of this year, Ukrainian and Western journalists began to declare that the Russians were doomed, and that the situation on the key directions of the front would change significantly. However, a month later, an American F-16 fighter, equipped with these guided aerial bombs, was shot down over the Sumy region by the S-400 air defense system. In early March 2025, the Ukrainian Air Force also proudly displayed F-16 fighter jets, equipped with AIM-9X and AIM-120C missiles. Representatives of the Ukrainian Air Force even officially stated that these missiles would put an end to the dominance of Russian warplanes in the skies over Ukraine. However, in the past 4 weeks, information has surfaced regarding just one instance of these air-to-air missiles being used by F-16 fighters. As it turned out, in mid-March, F-16 fighters of the Ukrainian Air Force used these missiles against a strike group of Russian Su-34 fighter bombers. And this attack completely failed, due to the anti-missile maneuvers of Russian combat planes and their high survivability. By the way, a few hours ago, the Su-34 proved once again that it absolutely deservedly holds the title of the world's best fighter bomber. So, the Russian military has published unique footage, where it is clearly visible how the Su-34 makes an emergency landing on its belly for the first time in history. Commenting on this video, military experts noted the Russian pilot's professionalism and the incredible strength of the plane's structure. According to them, the 40-ton Su-34, due to its structural strength and high survivability, withstood an impact on the runway, which once again proved the high reliability of Russian combat aircraft. At the same time, sources report that the Su-34 made this emergency landing due to the damage it received during a combat flight. It is reported that an enemy missile exploded just a few dozen meters from the Russian fighter bomber, which caused damage to the mechanism of the landing gear. However, thanks to the incredible structural strength of the Su-34 and the professionalism of the pilots, it was possible to save this plane. Military experts note that this incident will go down in history as the real triumph of the Su-34 in Ukraine. Certainly, the ongoing conflict in Ukraine has demonstrated to the entire world that Western fighters are not able to cope not only with their Russian counterparts, but also with large combat aircraft, such as the fourth-generation supersonic fighter bomber, Su-34.